key to a rugged motorcycle, as we learn here at the Indian Company in Springfield, Massachusetts, is a rugged engine. These pioneers in motorcycling devote a lot of craftsmanship and quality materials to all parts of the vehicle, of course. But their real pride is the 80 cubic inch side valve engine. Power from this biggest motorcycle engine being made today is transmitted to the wheel by an endless chain. The clutch is made up of multiple discs that will run in oil. Now, engine, primary drive case, and transmission are ready to be assembled in the motorcycle frame, where they'll supply the power of 50 horses, enough to push the cycle along at a speed of 100 miles an hour plus.
Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and today I'm proud to be representing a very significant motorcycle in the history of Indian motorcycles. Specifically, if you're looking at this ad, you probably know who George Yarochi is, R-A-O-C-H-I, one of the foremost renowned experts in the field of Indian restoration, arguably the best Indian machinist in the world. Recently passed away, God rest his soul, about 3 months ago. This was one of the last, I believe the last Indian chief engine that he had just rebuilt. So we'll focus on that to start with. George did the complete restoration at his shop. He did it for our mutual friend Stu Beckett from Glastonbury, Connecticut. Stu's getting up in his late 70s also. Stu was an aircraft mechanic. Stu actually built an aircraft, large aircraft by hand himself. So he was a world-class airplane mechanic. He was getting up in years, was 90% done with us, and he also has some health issues, as did George Yarochi, who just passed away. Focusing on the engine, George and Stu, take a close look at this engine. This is an original Indian, the number is CDD752. The engine block is a 1944, I was told. The engine is George and Stu decided to go with the 80 cubic inch configuration. So the engine was completely dismantled, the cases were split, the flywheels were rebuilt, everything was true to the factory specification. New rods were put in, and the cylinders were bored to 80 cubic inch with new pistons, new rings, new top end bearings. The top end, the heads were completely rebuilt with new valves, new valve seats, everything was reconditioned, and the you can see there was a little bit of damage on a couple of the fins, and George brazed that. It's just a cosmetic. If you come around the other side here, you can see that the engine appears to be brand new, well, because it is completely rebuilt. Has brand new Indian spark plugs in it. The intake is all the new seals, everything's new. The carburetor is original Indian carburetor with the M88 logo on it. That's fully rebuilt with the original Indian air cleaner assembly on it. The transmission is completely rebuilt, has a brand new kicker assembly on it. The oil pump is brand new, fully rebuilt, and the clutch, it has a brand new clutch assembly on it. Clutch and primary, everything's rebuilt. Every gasket on the engine, every nut, every bolt, everything has been massaged on this by George Yarochi himself, the #1 Indian engine rebuilder in the world. Okay, so it doesn't get any better than this. We also have coming with the bike a separate complete I think this is a 46 engine. This engine is a CDH 1507. You can see the block is in beautiful condition. The head is in excellent condition. There's no damage anywhere on the head. This head's beautiful. The cylinder is in beautiful condition. Definitely can be remachined. And so you've got the cylinder and head, the flywheels and the crank rods. Everything seems to turn quite nicely here. And the engine cases are in great shape. So it also has the primary casing. And put this back on there. And it also comes with an additional transmission, an additional primary cover, a set of pistons. Has basically a complete engine minus the front cylinder and head. So this engine is worth, as you know, check eBay completed listings. You see what these things are going for. They're worth thousands of dollars. We're going to offer this entire package up. The 2 engines, the motorcycle, 2 sets of tins, all kinds of memorabilia at one flat rate price, and if it doesn't sell, we're gonna break it all up and part it out, which I really don't wanna do. I hope this goes to one place. Going back to the motorcycle, it's got the brand new, completely rebuilt by George Ropi engine. It's got a brand new generator, brand new clutch linkage. All of the hardware is new or rebuilt, as are the floorboards. It's got a brand new battery and battery box. Seat post is the original one in mint shape, suspension seat post, and you can see the original Indian gear shift linkage has been just refinished, repolished, and everything's in mint shape on the shifter. So that's it for the engine. If you have any questions on that, give us a call. The frame was sandblasted, sanded down, and base coat, top coat painted with a beautiful finish. The frame looks brand new. That's the original front highway bars. Those clamp onto the frame right here. You can see the spots where it was clamped on. The frame's in beautiful condition. The rear suspension has been completely rebuilt. Stu had, a couple of years invested into doing this, and just ran out of steam. His best friend who was helping him got really sick with cancer. Stu's in his late 70s. We bought his whole collection. The rear suspension is completely rebuilt. New Zerk fittings, springs, everything's in beautiful shape. Brand new crash bars on the back right here. Just take a walk around, you can see the fit and finish, and everything is world class. Everything Stu did is aircraft quality. The front end on the bike, the original front end, is completely rebuilt. Springs are re-chromed. It's got a brand new replacement shock, brand new headlight. Everything on. We just sold a ratty original Indian front end. Same one as this. It needed to be completely refurbished. We sold it for $1,700. This front end from here down is worth at least $2 grand minimum, and these frames are trading for around $5. So and then the cost to rebuild an engine like this for what George would have been a minimum of $5 grand in parts and labor to restore a whole engine like this. So there's
George was going to be doing it.
Yeah, and George, you're not going to get George to do another motor. He's God bless the rest of his soul. There's close to $12,000 in parts and labor put into the mechanical restoration of the bike, and it just needs to be reassembled by a competent Indian technician. Here's a brand new front header, brand new muffler system. You can see the floorboards on this side are in brand new condition with a new heel pad, brake kicker. Everything's fantastic shape. Handlebars are in mint shape, so everything's there. Also, there's a brand new set of front and rear fenders. These are the original tanks that were reconditioned. I was told they're the original tanks. I obviously can't prove that, but I was told the original tanks are refinished in the vintage turquoise and cream color. These are the original tank badges. You've got your assortment of gas caps. There's 3, it looks like new ones, and then 3 of the original gas caps. So there's 2 sets of gas caps. Speedometer, Indian speedometer, showing 2,341 miles on it. An ammeter and an ignition switch. There's also, here's one of the covers that's refinished. A rear fender tip in beautiful condition. Another engine cover over here. A toolbox which has been refinished. It's just stunning, beautiful. Another one of the tank badges, and then you've got your original 1946 speedometer, ammeter, and ignition pod that goes on the middle right here that'll polish up like brand new. You've got your front fender tip, you've got your front fender Indian head light, and then the brand new front fender, completely painted and pinstriped. Beautiful world-class paint job on the bike. Now remember, in addition to you get 1 set of tanks, 2 rear fenders. You're also getting the original fenders along with this bike. You're getting the original 1946 Indian rear fender and the front fender as is condition. You're also getting the original seat bar. This is the original Indian seat mount and the seat springs ×2. And the seat, you can see it looks like it was re-zinc plated or something. It's beautiful. You also get you get 3 sets of wheels with this, okay? 1 complete set of brand new wheels. Stu told me he invested over $2,000 into the wheels and tires. I think he said $2,400. I don't remember exactly, but you can see that all of the brake hardware has been completely refurbished. Brand new brake pads, just beautiful beautifully done. Front brake assembly, world-class rear brake assembly, just gorgeous with a brand new sprocket. And the wheels are brand new chrome wheels, brand new stainless spokes, brand new Timken roller bearings, I think that's what the brand they are, and a brand new Avon Mark II 500-5x16 tire, and then another 5x16 on the rear. Just gorgeous, never on a bike. Brand new set of wheels. You have $2,000 worth of wheels and tires and brakes right there. Going back over some of the parts that are included, here's the rear fender rack, Indian rear fender rack that mounts on the rear fender right here. Just beautiful. So it looks like it's either reconditioned. It's just stunning. Rear fender rack. So that's included. Everything you see here is included. Also, we've got a bunch of parts that are bagged. We've got a fuel tank bolts, front fender bolt set, Indian cylinder retainer nuts, Indian fender trim clips, Indian engine screws. I don't know what this is. Indian fender trim clips, Indian wheel bearing shims, Indian brake lever assembly. It's a brand new one. And we've got some other miscellaneous, looks like exhaust hardware. Here's the rear brake linkage that's been, it looks like the original linkage. And I don't know how George and Stu did this, but it looks stunning. It looks like it's a zinc plating on the original parts. There's some patina you can see where there was some, like on the fenders, but it's been recoated. So the patina's there, but it's got a new finish. Really cool. Brand new set of highway pegs for the crash bar so you can lean back. Brand new tail lamp rubber. Brand new, I believe this is the speedometer assembly. It says on there, Corbin. I can't really read it. I have my glasses on. Here's an Indian speedometer cable. This is, I think, the generator, but I'm not really sure. The bike was converted to 12 volt. So here's an Indian oil pump, bolts and tubes, Indian oil lines. Here's some more oil lines. Indian clutch pack, steel clutch pack, front shock for the original front end shock. Some more linkage. Another looks like a refurbished kickstand. Beautiful. Look at that. Cam cover bolts, a chain adjuster. There's a brand new set of grips on the handlebars. Front fork parts, spacer parts, fork, spring inserts, clutch lever parts. Everything's labeled so you can't get confused. This is a miscellaneous hardware. I think that was replaced on the motorcycle. I believe this is original Indian hardware. Here's some more replacement hardware, some original hardware, all kinds of Indian hardware here, tons of it. Nuts and bolts and screws and washers and difficult stuff to find that you need. Here's an original sprocket, original horn. Here's a set of crank rods, matching set of crank rods that go with this engine, so you're getting not only an additional engine with a crank, but additional crank rods. Original generator, some type of cover, and some sprockets. And here's the additional wheels that comes with it. These are the original 1946 Indian rims. I bought two Indian Chiefs from Stu. The other Indian Chief that I bought from him was a 47, and it looked like that. Those fenders right there was that color, and it had been, it was barn fresh. Hadn't done anything to it, and geez, I don't know, 50 years. 30 years. Stu had it for 30 years. It was sitting in the barn. We auctioned it off. You can look on our completed listings, and if you look on the Kaplan Cycle YouTube page, you'll see that's still on there. You'll see that the video of that bike and the record of Stu and I pulling it out of his barn is still on there. We sold that one. I believe it bought $19,800. It hadn't run in 30 years, but it was original 47 Chief. Far cry from the condition of this one. So here's another set of rings. I believe those are off the 46 also. We've got the Indian fender trim, the battery box, some assorted springs, and here's the original floorboards that come with it. Original Indian floorboards. And back over to this table over here, you can see we got the pistons, crank rods, the whole additional engine. And then back over here, it comes with some memorabilia too. It comes with a little metal Indian chief model, which is kind of cool. I think Stu said this is like a $90 model. That comes with it. It also comes with a brand new Indian, we got this at the Indian Motorcycle Rally in Springfield, dealer jersey. This was a $75 jersey. We're throwing that in with the bike. So you get the jersey, the model, and also a Starklight parts catalog, which is really a cool piece. This is a company, one of the premier companies for getting Indian parts. And then some original Indian literature. This is about Old Indians Never Die. The Pierce Motor Center. Kind of a cool old original catalog. I also have an original Indian instruction book for all models of the Indian motorcycle at the Pierce Motor Center in California. This is the Indian, geez, I don't know what the date of production on this is, but I guess this is from the 40s. I also got a parts catalog, 1944 to 48, Indian Motorcycle Company. I believe this is an original parts catalog, and some Kiwi Indian parts price list. So Kiwi and Starklight are the two people that you can get parts from. And it also comes with an Indian motorcycle handy manufacturing company, an Indian Motorcycle Company, 1901 to 1953 book, signed by Butch Bear, who actually was one of the guys that worked at the Indian factory in Springfield when they had their retail showroom there. He actually ran the retail showroom. So this was signed by Butch Bear. In addition to the fenders, you get an original taillight, an original headlight, an original ignition, an original speedometer housing and parts. And then this here is some more literature that comes with the bike, some receipts and that kind of thing. It's got a new oil pump, new clutch, new shifter, board to 80 over, new pistons, new rods. Everything's been done to the engine. And then there's a bunch of stuff in here about the 12-volt generator and clutch adjustment and some stuff from Greer's on how to assemble ignition, and just pages and pages of information on the bike. So there's quite a bit of extras that go with the bike that if you bought them individually, it all adds up. This stuff could be either resold or reused for another Indian build, whatever you decide. We're offering this up as a package. First, it also includes this wooden Indian sign. So in addition to the wooden Indian sign, it also comes with an authorized Indian parts and service sign. And this is a really cool piece. This is an Indian motorcycle brochure that was blown up and framed. I think that was like a $75 piece. These are like 20 bucks, and this was I think like 60 also. So there's a couple $100 worth of Indian memorabilia actually just right there, and then you got the $75 shirt, and then the $90. These are probably $500 worth of memorabilia and extras that are included as part of the package. So again, we're offering this all up as a kit. We ship parts all over the world. We're a power seller on eBay. We sell around 50 motorcycles a month to raise funds for Kaplan Cycles staff. That is the restoration shop for the New England Motorcycle Museum. And we were going to complete this bike, but we need funds to finish the museum now. So rather than complete it, we're offering it up, partially assembled. We can ship the bike anywhere in the world. We ship bikes all over the world. We can help you with that. If you wanted to have it finished here, we could do it for you, or you could take it and do it yourself. If you have any questions about the bike, give us a call at 860-454-7024. The 46 Indian Chief was one of the earliest American motorcycle pioneers. Indians started operations, as you know, in 1901. The former bicycle racer George Handy met Oscar Hedstrom, who had created a motor-powered bicycle from the beginning. These two built the Indian firm to be a long-lived and well-loved maker of motorcycles. With Harley Davidson, Indian pretty much defines the art when it comes to American cycles, and Indian owners are far from unopinionated about their bikes. The Indian Chief made his debut in 1922 as a V-twin powered touring motorcycle designed by engineer Charles P. Franklin. The Chief soon proved himself a sturdy, reliable steed as early Indian enthusiasts once sang, they're built like rocks to take hard knocks. It's the Harleys that cause the grief. By 1946, the Chief sported square fenders and a 73.62 cubic inch engine. It was the beginning of a legend. And as you know, this George Yerokee recommended boring it to 80 cubic inch, which was done. This thing could be ridden cross country. As soon as it's assembled, it'll be ready for tens, hundreds of thousands of miles of good, reliable use. So there's magic in the name Indian. The Chief is an ideal touring machine for the wide open American roads. From the Lincoln Highway to Route 66, it originally had 40 horsepower and tons of torque. This one here should be at least 45 horsepower, big bore. The Chief could carry 2 riders from the east to the west coast with ease. And as the day stated, there's magic in the name, and the magic lives on. So there you have it, folks. Hope I described to the best of my ability. What you see is what you get here. Rewind the video, watch it again if you're a serious buyer for this bike. We'll have some high resolution pictures you can blow up. If you want to come take a look at the bike, have a mechanic inspect the bike, whatever you want to do, it's fine with me. We're here 6 days a week. So hopefully it's going to go to a good home that will finish this project. Like I said, I'd hate to part this thing out and have it end up all over the world. So we're offering it up as a complete kit for someone to reassemble. If not, we're going to part it out and sell it individually. So good luck bidding on the bike. God bless America.